Hello traders, a very different kind of video today. Today we are going to be doing Moonrect. So basically what this is we're going to be betting on whether the market rises or the market falls using Tether. Yes, this is real Tether. And basically we're betting on what's going to happen in a 1 minute period. This is high risk and discretion definitely advised. Do not do this with an amount of money that you're not comfortable losing. And this video is not going to be super educational like a lot of mine. It's going to be more just, entertainment in a more bearish leaning market right now. Some fun because Bitcoin in the 35Ks is not always fun. But hopefully that goes higher. This is basically how the platform works. So we put money on either the market rising, enter Moon, or we put money on the market falling, enter Rect. And the more money that's like right here, a lot of money was put on the market rising, 753 Tether, 659 Tether was put on the market falling. Because of that, these guys get a bigger payout. That's why it says 2.08x payout here and 1.82x payout there. Because more people bet on the market rising than on the market falling. So there's two things you want to do here to be successful. The first thing is you want to be right about the direction of where price is going in that 1 minute, of course. The second thing is you want to bet against the herd so that your payout is higher. If you can do both of those, then that's how you can be successful in this, of course. But typically the payouts are like pretty close. Sometimes it's like 1.8, sometimes it's like 2.2 at the most. So typically they're like pretty close, unless you bet like a large amount. So let's go analyze the market. So this is where the market currently is, and the kind of strategy that I like to employ. Basically, whenever there's a large sell-off, typically the market rises a little bit. And then whenever there's a lot of buying, typically the market falls a little bit. So kind of strategy that I'm going to be doing is looking for overbought, oversold. So when I think that the market's like just way too much selling or way too much buying, I take the opposite. The only time where I would deviate from that is more momentum buying, momentum selling. So what momentum buying looks like in a uptrend is this, where this is the delta of volume across all exchanges, all popular exchanges. And this is just mostly buying, as you can see, like especially here, this is just great to bet on the market rising. Whereas you can see here, this is just like mostly selling. That's momentum selling. But when we get overbought, it's something like this. That's way overbought. I know I said I wouldn't get like super educational, but I kind of just did. But let's place our first Moonrect bet. Okay, so what I see here is currently this looks like a bit of a downtrend, so I'm a little bit more inclined to bet on the market falling. Additionally, to me, I think, I'm actually just gonna refresh this page. To me, I think I remember that most people in the 1 minute time frame have been betting on the market falling. So I think that it's a little bit better. No, most people have been betting on the market rising, pardon me. And that's why the payouts for the market falling are a little bit better. So I think that it's just a little bit stronger to bet on the market falling. Let's do a 4% risk, which is 20, because 20 out of 500 is 4%. So we locked in that bet of 20, I hope. Did it go through? Yeah, it did. So we put in a bet of 20 that the market will rise. And it looks like we were actually on the side of the majority, unfortunately. Most people bet that the market would rise. This is kind of unfortunate because I kind of wanted to place a bet where the majority of people did not bet that the market rose, but beggars can't be choosers, right? Yeah, I think that this just looks bullish to most people and bullish to me. I mean, when we have like a sell-off with a tail like that, and then we have some buying here, this to me just looks a little bit more bullish, but maybe I'll be eating my words. We'll see what happens when this contract expires in 20 seconds and we either get paid in the money or not paid in the money, as we'll see. Looks like, I don't know, this one will do well. I'm actually going to put another 21 in, 20. So I don't think we were successful on this one, but that's fine. You win some, you lose some. So the reason I'm making this kind of more fun kind of video instead of like super educational, I think we lost in this one. Did we make anything on this one? Oh my God. We barely won, guys. Look at that. We actually got paid out. That's insane. We won by $1.15. We were right. I feel so cheating. $1.15 we won. I bet another 20 in the market rising, but again, we were in the majority. I just think that this looks bullish to me. I think that the market's going to rise and we're going to get another win. But The reason I want to make this kind of video is I love watching poker streamers. Poker is something that's fun to watch because it's like a lot of money flying around, whether it's a cash game or an MTT, like a tournament. It's fun to watch. Trading is a little bit slower. So I was looking for something that to me is a little bit more of a fast-paced kind of trading where I can use what I know and what I teach live to you guys, but in a quicker way where it's not us waiting like 5 hours for a trade to happen, which might be like, a normal trade of mine. But that's just too long for it to be entertaining. This is just like 1 minute things. So it's much, we made money on that one too. So we're 2 for 2. We are up about $30, as you can see there. I just think that to me, this just seems like more of a kind of video that I would want to watch personally. So that's why I wanted to do this. Okay, so basically you can put the bet in all the way up to until the final second, which would be 1940, 59 seconds. I still think, guys, that this looks a little bit more bullish to me. I'm just seeing mostly buying with like no selling. So I'm actually going to put another 20, as crazy as this looks. I'm going to put another 4% bet onto the market rising. Unfortunately, we weren't able to bet on this one, which could be fortunate if this turns red. It would have been a loss because I would have bet on the market rising. So I kind of want this to be a red because that means that I actually kind of saved money by not, betting on that. So yeah, I think that would have would that have been a win or a loss if I bet Moon? Oh my God, it barely went up. But yeah, we're still in the majority of 1.82 payout. A 1.82 payout basically means that if I bet $10, I would get back $18.20. I don't know the math for 20. If I bet 20, I get $36 back. That includes the bet. So profit on this would be like $16 off of risk of 20. I wish the payout was a little bit higher, but it looks like most people are betting on the market rising. So what do you do? It's just, to me, this just looks like bullish. So that's why I'm just going to keep hammering away my 4% bets on the market rising. So we basically have to just have this stay up for like 10 seconds and not fall by $20, $30 in the next 10 seconds. So we'll see. I still do feel comfortable betting on the market rising. So we won this one, but I still do mostly feel comfortable on betting that the market rises from here. So our break-even price for this guy is 35,730 in spot, which is here. But of course, I prefer looking at futures, which is here. So far, we're 100% on every bet. I think we won every bet. Yeah, I think so. On pretty low risk, but I will say it might look like, this is all skill, but this is like 50% skill, like 50% luck and variance. There's a lot of variance in crypto, as people would know. And a lot of this is not due to skill. Some of it's just due to like fluctuations in the market. It's just that I've been studying markets and I've been teaching about them for so long that I kind of can get a gist for sometimes where the market will move to. But of course, I'm not Nostradamus. I can only do so much. To me, this looks like a little bit like rising lows. I'm actually going to hit another 20 in. So it looks like we were successful on this one too. I'm really hoping we're in the minority on this one. Let's see how many people bet on Moon. Oh, we're in the minority. So more money, $683 was put on the market falling. $676 was put on the market rising. So it looks like we're actually in the minority slightly. And our payout is not bad. It's 0.95 of our bet. So yeah, I just think that this looks bullish to me. I just think that the market's a little bit more likely to climb above these highs and just carry on doing what it's doing, just slightly higher. These lows are rising because essentially I think what's happening is people short these lows and then they get trapped at those lows, whereas market's just cleanly moving higher basically. So we have to be right for another like 15 seconds. Now at this point, should I put a bet on the market rising again? This gets a little bit weird, but guys, I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to put another one on the market rising. So we were successful on that last one. I know it feels a little bit weird to be betting this many in a row on the market rising. And this one might not have been the best bet to take, but to me, this just still like seems bullish to me. We might get some pullback and I might lose this one. But to me, this just seems like the market's going to continue slowly kind of just climbing higher. And if it doesn't, and if we get like a strong sell-off, then I might change my thesis. But to me, like I'm pretty happy with with how this is going, as you can see. But again, I would not recommend this for like full-time income or even like major part-time income, because this is, the payouts aren't always great, especially if you pick sides that are like typically in the majority. Also, a lot of variance. And if you want less variance, you could do like 5, 15, or 1 hour. But yeah, lot of variance here. So yeah, it looks like this one's a loss. But I still think, my stubborn bullish self, I still think though that the market is going to rise. So it looks like we had our first loss of the day on this one, and I hope we're in the minority. We are. So most people actually bet on the market falling, and a minority of people bet on the market rising. That makes me happy regardless of what happens with this bet. I think that overall, this looks sound to me. To me, this, oh geez. Just what I was saying, this looks sound to me. Yeah, okay, well that's lovely. That does make me kind of think it's oversold. It's like, oh, look how bullish this looks. Price falls by like over $100 right away, you know? Typically when things like this happen, the market goes a little bit higher in the short term. So I very much likely lost this one. As you can see, we're down like a lot. But I am going to bet that the market rises in the next one. Oh, wait, did we, what the, is there a chance? The market rises another $20, then we win this one. Come on. Oh my, what just happened? We won. We won that one. Somehow, after that sell-off, we were correct, and we won. I don't know how that happened, and I feel like the Bears got cheated. I mean, like seriously, I got so lucky there. Wow. I got so lucky. Like, that was just insanely lucky. Seriously. That we were in the money on that one. And we got a not so bad payout too. That was weird. But I think that kind of goes to show what I was saying before with overbought, oversold. Whenever there's like a super large sell-off, typically the market just has an easier time rising. And when there's like a super large buy, typically the market just has an easier time falling. So with that knowledge, I just typically like to bet typically against like $20, $30 million 5-second trades. Come on, market. Okay, so we lost this one, but I feel like a part of me kind of deserved that loss compared to how lucky. Did I get this one right? Oh no, I didn't. Compared to like what had just happened before, where I got completely saved on that like crazy move higher for some reason. Yeah, that was weird. But we're up about $62, which is about 13% from 500. So decent return. I mean, I've been right a fair amount, but I've also been wrong like a fair amount. So I think 12% is fine. Another large sell-off, that just like, guys, just large sell-off with the market rising is just making me bullish. So I'm going to bet 20 on this one. I think that maybe we cut into this area and then rise. Is that going to happen? Boom, boom. We will see. Yeah, we're cutting into the areas I expected with a little bit more selling, and then we rise. Our timer starts in 3 seconds for our bet. I didn't bet on this one, guys. This one is clean. This one I put money on. And we're in the minority. So this is decent. Price hasn't gone anywhere, as you can see, at all. It's just kind of chilling. But the good news is that the payout for us is 1.99. The payout for the guys who betted on the market falling is about 1.89. So that's, fortunate for us. So we'll see how this one does. Yeah, to me, this overall looks bullish. Call me crazy, call me wrong, but I just think that this structure looks bullish with a low here and a low here. And kind of like, look, we barely spent any time at this low. Probably because there were some trap shorts who bought right back up, maybe. I don't know. But it just seems like this overall is bullish, so I'm comfortable betting that the market rises. Let's see if we get this one in. So it looks like that one was successful, which is good. And then I bet 20 that the market will rise from here. Hopefully I'm right. We shall see. Still at 562. Yeah, so this one paid 1.99. Down $7. But yeah, so these basically pay out. It doesn't matter how much price rises or price falls. All that matters is that you're right, that price either rose or price either fell. Again, guys, this is really high risk, and this is not how I normally trade. This is more just for like entertainment. Let's have fun while Bitcoin's like not doing too much fun, right now. So I think that this is a good way to practice and a good way to also provide more, what's it called? What was the word? Entertainment value for the crypto community of me getting moon wrecked by these contracts. So basically we're at break even. We just need price to like be above here for the next 5 seconds. Come on, dude. Just stay. Just don't move. Yeah, I think we barely won that one by like $5, if that. By $7, we made it. We were actually in the majority. 731 Tether was bet on that, and 668 Tether was made on that. And we made a profit of $100. Okay, we made a profit of $100. Part of me actually wants to be like just above 100. So I'll cheekily bet 1 USDT on the market rising, because I think the market still does rise. Just so I can get like a cleaner, balance, I guess. I'm still thinking that this is a pretty good bet. I think that this next minute is very likely going to be bullish. I just think that this kind of structure to me looks bullish. But if I'm down to, like 598, then I'm down to 598. So be it. So our little $1 fun bet starts in now. Okay, so our break-even price looks like it's about 35,762. So let's see how our $1 bet does of me betting the market rises. This looks like we're up like nothing. Our payout's fine. Our payout's like basically the exact same as it would be for the bears. As you can see, market is rising a little bit. Come on. This to me is like in a weirdly irrational way, like more important than the bets of 20, because like I so badly want to just have the balance end at like 600 something instead of like 500 something, which is very irrational, but we're all human. Yeah, so this looks pretty clean to me. This looks pretty like just slowly floating upward, which is what I hope for. So probably gonna wrap up the video after this one closes. So yeah, so it looks like that one was successful, and we finished our Tether balance at about 600.5. It's gonna say 600.6, 600.2. So we made a $100 profit. Woo! So that was about a 20% return from 500 to 600. Again, this is high risk, but it is something that can be learned to kind of learn the skill of trying to predict which way the market will go. Of course, there's a lot of variance involved, but it is something that you can do if you put enough time. Again, this is more of an entertainment video, so don't take everything at like face value and super educational, because this is not meant to be super educational. And basically a lot of my decisions were basically looking at trend, looking at volume, and then just looking at like size of some of these volume, and that's kind of it. If you do your own analysis, I would probably recommend going a little bit more complex. Reason I didn't want to make it more complex is because I didn't want to like make this like a million things I'm looking at, because I thought that wouldn't be appealing for the viewer. So that's why I kept it just aggregated volume and price. With that, happy trading. Stay safe, guys. I thought that this was fun. Leave a comment if you thought that this was fun. If you're like, Bennett, go back to the educational stuff. You have no idea what you're doing. Then say that too. I can take constructive criticism. And with that, happy trading.